true story. The movie begins with a woman named Iwa and her daughter named Julia. They are in a superstore for some grocery shopping. Because today is Julia's birthday and some of his friends are coming for the house party. Suddenly Julia looks outside and sees her boyfriend named Adrian. She gets happy. Adrian asks Julia to come out. At that moment Iwa sees Adrian. And her facial expressions change. Iwa asks Julia why Adrian is here. Julia had promised that she won't meet Adrian anymore. Julia doesn't listen and goes out to meet Adrian. Julia starts kissing Adrian while Iwa is watching them from inside. Julia and Adrian love each other and has been in a relationship for a long time. On the other hand, Iwa doesn't like their relationship. After shopping, Julia tells her mom that she is happy because many people will come to celebrate her birthday. At that moment Adrian says that he took the house keys with him and how his father will enter the house. Julia feels sad after hearing that. Julia kisses Adrian while Iwa feels uncomfortable seeing them kissing. Iwa asks Julia to get in the car. It seems like she doesn't like Adrian. However, the reality is different. Iwa is also attracted to Adrian. In the car, Iwa and Adrian are looking at each other with a strange look. It seems like they both are attracted to each other. After some time they reach the lake house to celebrate Julia's birthday. Iwa asks Julia to get all the bags inside the house and open the windows. Julia starts going and asks Adrian to come with her. Adrian tells her that he will help her mother with shopping bags. Iwa takes some bags and starts going into the house. Adrian also takes some groceries and starts going after Iwa. Suddenly Iwa tells Adrian a bus is leaving for his house in 1 hour. And he should leave. Adrian knew that Iwa's behavior is not so good for him. Adrian doesn't say anything and comes inside the house. Iwa is preparing for the party. Adrian wants to talk to Iwa about his stay at the party. After a while, Adrian tells Iwa that Julia has invited him to the birthday party. If he leaves now Julia would feel upset and her birthday will be spoiled. Adrian asks Iwa does she wants to spoil Julia's birthday. Iwa doesn't say anything and leaves the kitchen to put some stuff in the storeroom. Adrian stays at the house ignoring Iwa. Later Julia tells her mother that she is going for a swim in the lake with Adrian. Iwa looks at Adrian and tells Julia that they should bake a cake. Julia replies that it's too early for cake and leaves the house for a swim with Adrian. Iwa feels disappointed after Julia does not listen to her. After some time Iwa starts cleaning the house. However, her mind is distracted. She is not focused on her work. Iwa comes out of her house to watch Julia and Adrian having fun in the lake. Iwa looks at them with a strange look. After that Iwa starts preparing for the birthday party. Iwa isn't feeling happy as she was in the morning. Later when Iwa is cleaning the room, Adrian comes back home. Iwa is cleaning the house and doesn't notice Adrian. After a while, Adrian comes close and stands behind Iwa. At that moment Iwa finds that Adrian is standing behind her back. Iwa asks Adrian why is he here. Adrian says that Julia has sent him to bring sunscreen. Iwa replies if he wants sunscreen he should start searching for it. Adrian comes close to Iwa and tells her to let him stay for Julia's birthday party. Iwa doesn't move and says the sun cream is in the bathroom. Let me bring it. She further says that the next bus is in 1 hour and Adrian should leave. Iwa gets inside the bathroom while feeling nervous. Iwa drinks some water and asks herself why is she so attracted to Adrian. She takes the sunscreen and gives it to Adrian. Later Adrian is swimming in the lake. Iwa watches him from a distance for a while and then gets back inside. The scene shifts and we see Adrian and Julia come back home from swimming. Julia looks at the decoration and start going inside. Iwa stops Adrian and says that his father had called and he wants Adrian to come home because he had the keys to their house. Julia asks her mother why Adrian's father called her and not Adrian. Iwa says that there are some issues with the network on the lake and that's why he called me. Adrian knows that there is no issue with the networks and goes to talk with Iwa. Adrian asks Iwa to give him a chance. Hughes replies that she can call his father and tell him what you are doing with Julia. Adrian confidently says that he loves Julia. Iwa starts laughing at him because she knows. Adrian is using Julia to get intimate with her mother Iwa. Adrian always looks at Iwa with strange looks and flirts with her when he gets a chance. Suddenly Julia comes out and tells Adrian that she has found the keys. Adrian starts going inside the house. While telling Iwa that he is in love with Julia and can't control it. Something is going on between Adrian and Iwa. Later when Iwa is cleaning dishes in the kitchen she sees Adrian is about to go home. Julia asks Adrian will he comes back. Adrian replies that he will come back for sure. And starts leaving. Iwa feels relaxed after seeing Adrian leave. She takes a deep breath. Julia comes inside and asks her mother why she hates Adrian so much. Iwa pretends if she has not heard anything and asks Julia what she says. Julia repeats herself. And says that is why she hates Adrian. Iwa doesn't know how to respond to her question. Julia further says that Adrian was asking so many questions about her. Iwa asks her, what did you say? Julia says that I told Adrian that a few days ago Iwa went swimming naked in the lake and that's why our neighbors complained to the authorities. And the authorities warn Iwa not to do it again. Iwa is surprised to hear that because that is very private. Meanwhile, Julia asks her mother about the milk for the cake. Iwa goes to the storeroom to take the milk bottles. She picks up the milk bottles and hides them behind a sofa. Iwa tells Julia that she has forgotten to buy the milk and she will have to go to the superstore to buy some milk. Iwa changes her clothes. Meanwhile, Julia is preparing cream for the cake. After some time Iwa drives towards the city. She is driving fast so she can catch Adrian on the way because he is walking and he isn't far away. Iwa stops the car and asks Adrian to come inside. Adrian gets inside the car. Iwa drives silently without talking to Adrian for a long while. She drives in silence. After a few minutes, Iwa stops the car. Iwa looks at Adrian with a sad face. However, Adrian starts touching Iwa's face with a romantic look. Iwa can't control herself and Adrian starts kissing her and they get intimate in the car. After the session, Adrian goes out of the car to use the toilet. Meanwhile, Iwa receives a call from Julia. Iwa doesn't pick up the call and turns off the phone. Adrian is looking at Iwa with a smile while Iwa is confused and feeling guilty for what she had done. She never wanted to get intimate with Adrian and that's why she would always get Adrian out of her house. Today she lost control and this happened. Iwa asks Adrian for a cigarette. Adrian gives her a cigarette and tries to come close to Iwa. However, Iwa is in control and asks Adrian to leave. Adrian looks at her for a while and then leaves the car. Iwa finishes her cigarette and takes a deep breath. She starts driving back home. Iwa is satisfied that Adrian is gone and now she can celebrate Julia's birthday. When Iwa reaches home she sees all the decoration has been destroyed. Iwa feels strange and goes inside the house. She sees Julia lying on the kitchen floor. Iwa comes close. Julia asks her mother why she not attending her call. Iwa lies and says that her phone was on silent. She further says how Julia made the cake. To which Julia says that she found the milk in the storeroom. Iwa gets a little scared and asks why did Julia destroy all the decorations. Julia tells her that Adrian broke up with her and left the city. Adrian will never meet her again. Because of that Julia is crying and feeling upset. Iwa sits down and consoles Julia. Meanwhile, Julia tells her mother that she was right about Adrian. He broke up with her on her birthday and spoiled everything for her. Julia is continuously crying while her mother is consoling her. Julia doesn't know that her mother got intimate with Adrian and because her mother Adrian isn't interested to be in a relationship with Julia. Iwa has destroyed her daughter's relationship. Iwa wanted to celebrate Julia's birthday with so much happiness and she ended up making her upset. The movie